If you drive a truck equipped with the iconic 5.3L V8 in a Silverado 1500, here's the reality most owners don't hear up front. This engine can either rack up hundreds of thousands of miles with ease or fail far earlier than expected if a few key issues are ignored. Talk to technicians who work on these trucks every day, and you'll hear a consistent message. Most major failures aren't random. They're preventable. Let's get into the practical fixes and insider knowledge that rarely make it into official maintenance guides, but make all the difference in whether your 5.3 lives a long life or becomes a costly headache. The 5.3L V8, especially in its later generations, has a strong reputation for durability. But things shifted when active fuel management, AFM, also called displacement, on demand was introduced. The concept sounds great. It deactivates 4 cylinders under light load to improve fuel economy. In practice, it's one of the biggest contributors to early engine problems. Here's why it gets so much criticism from mechanics. The specialized lifters used in AFM are more failure-prone. Oil pressure can fluctuate in ways that aren't ideal. Internal components don't wear evenly. Carbon buildup becomes more common. And when something goes wrong, it often turns into a major repair, not a minor one. That's why many experienced owners follow one simple rule: deal with AFM before it deals with you. One approach is using an electronic AFM disabler. It's a simple plug-in device for your OBD2 port that keeps the engine in full V8 mode all the time. It's quick, easy, and doesn't require tearing into the engine. The benefit is consistency. No constant switching between modes, more stable oil flow, and less long-term stress on internal parts. While it's not a permanent mechanical fix, many mechanics agree it significantly reduces risk. The more permanent route is a full AFM delete. This involves replacing the AFM lifters with standard ones, installing a non-AFM camshaft, and updating the engine's programming. It's more involved and costly up front, but it fundamentally removes the system that causes many of these issues. Many engine builders will tell you that once AFM is eliminated, the 5.3 behaves much more like older, highly durable designs, and with proper care, can easily surpass 300,000 miles. Another area that doesn't get enough attention is oil management. AFM doesn't just affect lifters, it also impacts how oil is distributed and controlled over time. That's why oil maintenance becomes critical. Instead of relying solely on the oil life monitor, a safer approach is changing the oil every 3,000 to 5,000 miles. Using a high-quality full synthetic oil that meets the proper specifications helps maintain lubrication, prevent sludge, and stabilize oil pressure. Many lifter failures aren't due to high mileage. They're the result of extended oil change intervals. There's also a small component that causes surprisingly big problems: the oil pressure sensor screen. It sits beneath the oil pressure sensor and can become clogged with debris over time. When that happens, oil flow to critical components is restricted. This can lead to false pressure readings, ticking noises, or erratic engine behavior. Cleaning or replacing that screen is inexpensive, but ignoring it can lead to serious damage. Carbon buildup is another hidden issue, especially in direct injection versions of the engine. Over time, oil vapors can coat intake valves, reducing performance and efficiency. Installing an oil catch can help prevent this by capturing those vapors before they reach the intake. It's a simple upgrade that keeps the engine cleaner internally and reduces the likelihood of knocking or power loss. Surprisingly, the transmission can also play a role in engine longevity. Many of these trucks have a thermal bypass system that delays fluid flow to the transmission cooler. That means higher temperatures early on, which can degrade fluid and lead to wear. Modifying or replacing the thermal bypass valve allows fluid to circulate sooner, keeping temperatures under control. Excess heat is one of the biggest long-term threats to drivetrain components, even if it's not immediately noticeable. Then there's the basic maintenance that's easy to overlook but essential. Cleaning the throttle body and mass airflow sensor helps maintain a smooth idle and accurate air-fuel mixture. Keeping the cooling system in good shape Flushing coolant at recommended intervals prevents overheating and potential gasket issues. Staying on top of spark plug replacement ensures proper combustion and avoids misfires that can damage other components. Pay attention to warning signs. A persistent ticking noise that doesn't go away after the engine warms up could indicate a failing lifter. If ignored, it can lead to camshaft damage and a full rebuild. Excessive oil consumption or blue smoke from the exhaust is another red flag. These symptoms often point to deeper issues such as worn piston rings, valve seal, problems, or complications related to AFM. From the perspective of experienced technicians, 3 things stand out. First, AFM is behind many major failures. Second, oil maintenance is absolutely critical. Third, small preventative upgrades can save you from massive repair bills down the line. If your goal is to keep your truck running for the long haul, the strategy is straightforward. Address AFM early. Either disable it or remove it entirely. Change your oil frequently and use the right type. Consider installing a catch can. Improve transmission cooling before problems start. And stay consistent with routine maintenance. There's no secret trick or shortcut here. The difference between an engine that fails early and one that keeps going for years comes down to proactive care. Take the right steps early, and your 5.3 won't just last. It'll outperform expectations.